the most exciting thing to happen in the country in a very long time.
We are only scratching the surface of what's possible.
Also in a country of 1.5 billion people, 250 is okay. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yes.
Hello everyone, welcome to a very special conversation where we delve into the world of fashion, watches, subculture and collaborations. Today we're here to talk about something very unique, the first ever Indian product collaboration between G-Shock, India and Almost Gods. And I'm thrilled to be joined by Dhruv Khurana, founder of Almost Gods, and Hideki Imai-san, managing director of Casio India. Welcome Dhruv and welcome Imai-san. Dhruv, tell us a bit about your brand, your fashion brand, Almost Gods.
So Almost Gods, we're a independent fashion brand. We're based out of Delhi. While we, I think, draw from this world that we've sort of grown up in India, we are very much trying to have a conversation that's more global in nature. There's this constant conversation that we're having about power. So we're drawing on history, mythology, these global symbols, this global vernacular gone create for power that I think extends beyond the culture of just one country, which I think is what sort of drew us to this collaboration. And yeah, that's a little bit about Almost Gods.
That's amazing. And Imai-san, G-Shock has a legacy in the watch industry. Tell us a bit about the Casio subculture and the culture here globally and the influence that Casio and G-Shock has overall.
So of course, G-Shock is Casio's flagship watch lineup. Our philosophy is to create a resilient but also resonate with urban cultures.
This partnership feels like a perfect match, knowing both the brands personally myself. How did it start? What led G-Shock to approach Almost Gods?
Almost Gods, bold and artistic approach to the fashion aligned perfectly with the G-Shock's rugged and innovative spirit. Also, the origin story of Almost Gods, which is driven from the powers, kind of resonated and sync very well with G-Shock. Needless to say, Almost Gods has also proven itself to be kind of a bellwether of sort in ever-changing Indian streetwear scene.
I think similar to what Imai-san said, there was a natural overlap of this conversation about power. For me, I'm a watch geek. You know, the world of horology, and I think what G-Shock means in that larger conversation has always been so exciting. Like G-Shock is a flagship product that the world recognizes. So it felt very natural, and I just think it came together beautifully.
Speaking of synergies,
Yes.
let's talk a bit about the features and stuff we put on this watch.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to capture this very singular moment of power, really connected to that idea of time, and so that how do you capture one moment that's just that speaks our brand language, that speaks to this idea of something being unstoppable. So we captured a volcano at the moment of its explosion. And around it, we built this whole mythology. There's a two-tailed dragon in this world. It's sort of this mythical landscape that it encapsulates. And our Alpha Cross symbol, which is right here, we wanted to be at the heart of the collaboration, you know, really build the brands together. So it took us months of going back and forth. We went through so many design iterations.
Imai-san, from G-Shock side, what led you all to go for a 2100 series?
First of all, we wanted to ensure the design held up to the G-Shock's standard of toughness and the style. This collaboration design brings fresh artistic while staying true to G-Shock's core philosophy of toughness. By Mr. Du, which comes from the world of powers. They blend very well into the world of absolute toughness of G-Shock. This particular Octangle 2100 watches series has created a new standard of design for G-Shock, which is G-Shock's the new world of creating more subtle, minimal design while keeping the toughness quotient. Actually, this GA2100 series are thinnest G-Shock watches. This is kind of like beautifilities. We call this kinobi in Japanese. Design, justify, embody the futures. We call kinobi. So actually this GA2100, I feel this is a kinobi. No one could achieve the high durabilities with this thinner case. So as you can see, this GA2100, the thickness of the case is much thinner than other G-Shock series.
How do you both see this collaboration culturally, aspect-wise in India and globally as well? And as this being a very rare occasion as well, as a big global brand has collaborated with an Indian brand, and that to a fashion brand.
I mean, I think G-Shock has defined this global cultural landscape. They've been part of some of the most important collaborations in the world. And so for us, being an Indian brand, it's this conversation that we keep having of saying that, listen, yes, we want to service India, but we want to talk to a global audience. So for me, culturally, it is the most exciting thing to be able to partner with someone like G-Shock who's already speaking to the world.
Yeah.
And to really say that we're elevating Indian sensibilities, Indian conversations, Indian values to a global platform. So culturally, I think this is the most exciting thing to happen in the country in a very long time.
From the Casio side, the Casio is corporate creed, is creativities and contribution. So we are always thinking how to enrich the people's life through our products and the service. So even in India, actually this first ever collaboration with fashion brand, this is kind of a commencement of our new strategies in India. So as a global brand, yes, we'd like to continuously launch global collection. We'd like to focus on more localization through this kind of collaboration.
Let's talk about the watch a little bit and some unique features this watch has.
Yes. As you know, like durabilities and shock resistance, water resistant, these are basic features of G-Shock. But additionally, this GA2100 series has like additional features like world time and LED function. And this time, Mr. Dhruv, you added additional value to this GA2100 product inspired by a power of volcano. This is not just regular models. Personally, I feel this is the best collaboration model I have ever seen till now. So I love it.
Do you think this watch will survive a volcano?
Oh, let me ask the R&D team to verify it. But I'm sure, yes.
G-Shock has done some fantastic collaborations overall. Supreme, Bape, Ed Sheeran, Eminem. And I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite besides this?
All collaborations are special for me. I have seen like a lot of special collaboration model, like Japanese brand, Porters, and Undercovers. Because I'm influenced by mostly Japanese brands. So I prefer a collaboration model with famous Japanese brand designers. But however, again, sorry, allow me to come back. This is the best of best.
Okay. So this is
number one. As I mentioned, this collaboration is not just regular collaboration model. This is like commencement of new strategy for India market. That's why I mentioned very special.
So there's the Margiela collab I've been trying to get forever. I think the hidden collab is very cool.
Yes.
Maharishi, the Mudmaster they did was amazing. Bape, Kid Cudi, G-Shock. I mean, I love the whole story of how that came about. Kid Cudi working in the Bape store and then eventually that leading to its own collab. So it's culturally so deep-rooted at this point. But like, I agree with you guys. This is the best collab.
So as we wrap up, I'd like to hear thoughts on tech and fashion.
I think at the pace at which technology is sort of progressing right now, it's only natural that it's become a part of what we do.
Yeah.
What I love about the idea of technology is that it allows us to scale this very physical experience of clothes, of fashion, of retail, and just sort of take it to a lot more people. I love implementing technology in that way.
Yeah.
And it's getting more and more exciting every day right now.
What about how do you see these things developing more, especially in India?
I think India is very open to all this. I mean, we have the Silicon Valley of the South Asia is right here, right? So India has always been very tech forward. And I think whether you look at its implementation in retail, which is with these intelligent mirrors that are coming into place, we look at the integration of technology into products. Google did this haptics collaboration with Levi's, so it's also very interesting. So it's really endless. I think we're at the starting point of the merging of fashion and technology. To me, I always look at it as the core product is fashion. The core product, the core experience is built around clothing and self-expression. But the way technology can sort of augment that storytelling, whether through campaigns, whether through a retail experience, whether through online distribution, that's what I find the most exciting implementation of technology in this industry.
And Imai-san, what do you think about fashion and tech?
At Casio, we are excited to push the boundaries of tech in fashion. Fashion and tech are very converging. And collaboration like this allow us to experiment and innovate. I believe we are only scratching the surface of what's possible. From the timepiece strategy point of view, at G-Shock, we will further keep pushing the boundaries of toughness with the help of new technologies and when they keep evolving.
But what's your favorite feature of the watch?
I think the shape itself, like the casing is so special. It's something that it feels so differentiated than a standard case. It's yet the octagonal thing, it feels like the brand story comes through very clearly. It's easy to rock.
What's your actual favorite G-Shock model?
For me, this one, GMW B5000. Yes, this is the best for me. So this is the symbol of revolution of G-Shock. So this is the first full metal G-Shock watches ever.
And Dhruv, your first G-Shock, if you remember it? Or
Yeah,
you still have it?
I do have it. It's the North Face G-Shock.
Yeah. Very nice.
I slept outside on the street to get that watch
Oh, with a spring?
with Supreme.
Oh, triple collaboration. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
This has been an incredible conversation, and I think the fans will love what this collaboration represents. Thank you, Dhruv. Thank you, Imai-san, for sharing your insights. I'm sure G-Shock and Almost Gods collaboration will be a sellout.